Hi, my name is Rory and I'm the owner of Fix My Coffee Machine. We repair lots of Sage coffee machines here every single day. Often, customers that are experiencing issues with their machine assume that there's a fault. This isn't always the case, and sometimes there's an easy fix. So here are 5 of some of the most common issues that we see here at Fix My Coffee Machine, and how to know whether or not your machine is broken and requires a repair. These issues are the same for the Sage Barista Express, the Sage Barista Pro, the Sage Barista Touch, the Sage Bambino, the Sage Bambino Plus, and the Sage Duo Temp. So let's get stuck in. Here are the 5 most common issues that we see with Sage coffee machines, and how to know whether or not your Sage coffee machine requires a repair. If you don't want to perform any of the following troubleshooting steps, just book your machine in today and we will go through them for you. The most common problem we see is with pressure. If you've noticed that your machine is unable to create pressure, and you have tried reducing the grind size and still don't have any luck, then there is one quick way to check. A dual-walled filter basket requires pressure to pass water through. If you place the filter basket into the portafilter without coffee, then run a shot. If the water is able to pass through the basket, then your machine is getting pressure. If you still don't get any water passing through the basket, or the needle on your pressure gauge doesn't move, then your machine probably requires a repair. Another common issue that we see is water leaking from the group head. Here's a quick video of a machine that is leaking from the group head. As you can see, the water is escaping from between the portafilter and the group head itself. This is very different from water leaking from the back of the machine. If your machine is leaking from the back, please stop using it now. It's almost certain that a leak from the back is an internal leak, which could either be a simple fix, or it could be a much more complex fix if the electrical components inside get damaged or shorted. Firstly, you need to remove the group head seal. Inspect the seal for damage. These can become discolored over time, which is fine. However, if they are compressed or torn, then it's time for a new seal. You can test your work using the blanking disc inside the portafilter. With the machine off, run a cleaning cycle by pressing the 1 and 2 cut button at the same time, followed by the power button. This will then bring the machine to full choke. If the machine is able to hold the pressure without hissing or spitting out the sides, then you have fixed it. Sometimes we find that this doesn't solve the issue, or sometimes it only solves the issue for a short time. Typically, if the machine continues to leak from the group head, then this means that the group head screws are loose. This requires nearly the entire internals of the machine to be removed in order for us to access the screws for tightening. If you are unsure here, please get in contact with our team and book your machine in for a repair with an expert. Are you finding that your machine doesn't have any water flow at all from the group head? A common problem can be with a blocked water filter. If you have recently installed a new water filter, especially the ones that can be found cheaply on Amazon, then the filter itself might be duff. A quick check here is to remove the water tank and remove the filter. Replace the tank and try again. If you get water flowing through, then you simply need to replace the water filter. If you still don't get any water flowing through, then your machine likely requires a repair and it probably has a blockage internally. If you find that your steam wand is not producing any steam, then it might be blocked. Here you can use the tool that came with the machine to remove the tip from the steam wand. Using the pointed end of the tool, you can remove any debris that's stuck inside. Replace the tip and tighten it back on using the tool. If you still don't get any steam, then there is either an internal blockage, a problem with the boiler, or one of the directional valves isn't working. The machine may require a repair. Another common issue is that there is no coffee grounds coming out of the grinder. If your grinder is stuck, hopefully the clutch gear inside the grinder gearbox has done its job. If that's the case, we can simply remove the upper burr. This is done by removing the hopper, turning the grind size dial to its coarsest setting, and then using the metal handle to simply turn the burr to the unlocked position. Remove the burr and now simply hoover out the contents and obstruction, and reverse the previous steps to reinstall the burr and hopper. If it still doesn't work, then the grinder assembly will need stripping down to determine if the motor has gone, if a gear is stripped, or if the clutch gear is slipping. This requires a more invasive repair. If you've tried the troubleshooting steps in this video and your machine still has issues, then it requires a repair. Get in contact today to book your Sage coffee machine in for repair here with our friendly team at Fix My Coffee Machine.